What happens when you actually achieve the dream that you set out for yourself for years and years? A dream that you thought was maybe not possible, or you had all these limiting beliefs that maybe you're not capable. Well, I'll tell you what. When we first started our digital marketing agency, we started it, to be financially free, to be able to have the time and location freedom that we wanted. We did not want to be salaried slaves or like wearing those golden handcuffs, right? And I remember the goal that we had set for ourselves was to make our first $100,000 per month with our digital marketing agency. And this video is going to go a little bit deeper into how that felt, right? It was about 2 days left before the month ended where we were pacing for $100,000. And I remember myself, my business partner, Christian, we were just looking at each other and we were like, oh my God, I think we are going to hit it this month. I think we're going to hit it. A part of us didn't even want to believe that, right? Because maybe we were just conditioned by society to think that that kind of money was just not attainable for us. But a part of that also felt like, oh my God, we are about to step into the big league. And the moment where we've hit that $100,000 a month, it just felt like this pressure that had been building on us for years and years because that was our goal. It just vanished. And I cannot explain that feeling. It was like, I just don't have the words to explain how it felt, right? When you lock in for years and years and you finally achieve the thing that you wanted, the dreams that you wanted, it's an amazing feeling that I feel like if you're watching this, you absolutely 100% deserve to feel like that. It is one of the best feelings of the human experience that you can actually do, right? Because like a lot of times, a lot of people watching this, you may be kind of like stuck in a 9 to 5. You may be feeling like you have the golden handcuffs, and you being capable enough to be able to hit those dreams, like you trust me, you really deserve that. Right. And the journey is not going to be as simple as you think. It's going to be challenging. It's going to be up and down. And honestly, you're going to have to eat a lot of shit along the way. That's just part of the business. That's just part of the game. But as long as your intentions are pure, you have good heart, and you're doing everything that you can that's in your control to serve the people that are around you, from your clients to your team, once you achieve those goals, when you know you did it the right way, there's no feeling like it. And it's, it makes me a little emotional, even kind of like thinking back where, we were just kids with a dream, and we finally were able to achieve it, finally being able to kind of live whatever lifestyle we wanted. Like me making this video right now, currently I'm actually in Colombia. The past 4 months straight, I've been traveling nonstop. Every 10 days to about 14 days, new city, right? Like there's a point in time where I literally don't even look at what the flight cost is going to be, what the hotel cost is going to be, what the food cost. We just swipe the credit card because we have this proven system. We have this proven model of it working over and over and over again. So having a digital marketing agency has been completely life-changing, not only for myself, but for the loved ones that are in my family. My mom, my dad, I literally retired them. They live out in Dubai now, actually. My sister as well doesn't work. She helps a little bit in the business and stuff. But being able to not only provide for ourselves, right? In the beginning, some of our goals may be a little bit selfish, which is, everyone watching this, we all to some level are a little bit selfish. But when you give to your loved ones, that's a completely different feeling as well, right? So that 100K a month that we strive for to get from our digital marketing agency, it not only allowed us to get all the things that we've ever wanted for ourselves, but also for the loved ones, right? And most importantly, the clients that we served to be able to get there, they were crushing. They were changing their own lives. They were changing their own businesses. So us feeling and knowing the impact that we're giving to the market, when you go to sleep at night, you're just so fulfilled, right? And I know you may be watching this right now. Maybe you can't feel that way, because maybe you kind of feel like you're stuck in that dead-end job. You're working over and over again for some boss who honestly doesn't really care about you. You're just another number. That's just the reality of it. I didn't make the rules. I'm just explaining of how it works. And the reason why I'm doing that is because my dad used to also have a corporate career at a good 9 to 5 job. He worked for Sony, he worked for Boeing, he worked for Verizon. He was doing decent, making 100 to 200K a year, kind of depending on the different companies there. And I remember he told me, listen, son, you have to pull this off. You just have to become a business owner and really change your whole trajectory of your family. And it didn't hit me until one day. I remember This is 2011, and my dad worked, he literally worked 36 hours straight for Sony. Sony just had gotten hacked. There was a big hack. If you're watching this, you may remember. So he was constantly working for 36 hours. He comes home, he didn't sleep, he comes home and he just collapses in the living room and he just can't move. Like he was like a C. He like couldn't move. It was like a pinched nerve or something like that. And I remember just looking at him, and I was a young kid at the time, and I was like, I could see in his eyes that he's just like, he just felt like he let me down. I could just sense it. And I remember we called 911 and they picked him up, put him in the ambulance, and I'll never forget looking at him in his eyes while like the doors were closing of the ambulance and seeing the tears that, were about to come. He just couldn't say anything. He had no words left. And that was my defining moment of when I made the decision that I will change the trajectory of my family. I will change the trajectory of what my future is going to be. And I decided that I will one day be a business owner myself. I will not have to worry about these financial things, worrying about rental payment or car bills. None of that stuff will be ever, worried about. Not only for myself, but for my immediate family as well. My mom, my dad, everyone's bills will be taken care of. They will be paid for. So once I made that decision, that was kind of like a line in the sand for me. And I challenge you, if you're watching this, if you're currently going through maybe a similar situation, it could be a different type of style. It doesn't have to be your dad, but it could be maybe your wife. It could be your kids, where you're like, maybe I just can't provide that lifestyle for yourself or for your loved ones. Well, then maybe, my friend, it is time to make a change. And maybe the time is now. There's no coincidence that you're watching this video. And maybe we can help. I don't know. If you would like to learn more and see how and if we can even help, and kind of see if we can launch and scale your own digital marketing agency, very similar to kind of how we have our own, then I'd like to invite you to an opportunity to book in a call with my partnership director. Super simple. It's not a sales call. You can't even buy. It's just to see if what we have going on here is a good fit for you. If it is, you'll be invited to see, what that would look like. If it's not, what's the worst that can happen? You get a lot of value. We shake hands, part ways as friends. So I will open up the floor for an opportunity for you specifically to be able to book in a call with my partnership director, my right-hand man, to be able to see how we can best potentially get your digital marketing agency up and running, and guarantee in writing that it will be on track to make at least 6 figures for the year at minimum. If not, we will continue to work with you one-on-one for free until it's done. So go ahead and book your call down below, and please make sure that this is the time where you make a change, right? Whether it's with us or not, I really want this video to be in a place where it moves you. It moves you to a place where you're like, today is the day where I change the trajectory of my financial freedom, your time freedom, your location freedom, and really get this business up and running, whatever it is. All right. So I really hope to see you on the other side, and maybe, who knows, one day we work together. All right. Take care. Bye-bye.